All set. Hi, I'm Kai Weaver from Falcon Figures. This is Rick from Falcon Figures.
Hello.
Charles is filming us. He's also from Falcon Figures and many other things. Today we're going to be going over playing arena games. Years ago, Mike Basile, Jim Welsh, and Scott Clark created arena games. Very simplified gladiator combat game. It was fantastic. They ran it with Robert at Fallin, where he created a giant 28mm Coliseum, which was breathtaking at the show, and they won best game at the show. It's a simple, easy game, easy to learn. Now, I haven't played it in a long time, so we're actually going to go through the rules and play it here today for you. So, and I haven't played it in a long time. So, see how easy it is to set up and play the game.
Sounds good.
All right.
Now, just as a note, I got the figures from Rockin' Bee Games, and they are the Ludus Gladiatorius figures from EM4 Miniatures. And the board that we're going to use is the Spartacus board game board. The EM4 game comes with a paper mat, but I thought the blood on this one looked pretty cool. And so this is, and this is Falcon Figures original Parthenon.
Well,
So-
we're going to call it the Falconon.
The Falconon, okay.
Not quite.
Show in front.
Parthenon. Yeah,
Okay.
all right. Let's do this.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do the front there too.
I didn't do the front. There you
Oh,
go.
that's nice. Okay.
All right, we'll set that out. All right, we'll go over the rules overview real quick for everybody. Okay? Game setup, each player chooses a gladiator figure and armor, as noted. So you can pick what kind of figure you want. Now, traditionally in the rules, if you have one kind of figure to fight, they fought certain people to kind of keep it traditional.
I really liked the front page of the rule, how it explained how different factions did certain things, and it pairs up
Yes.
if you pick a certain gladiator who they should be fighting against.
Yeah, that's what we're going to go over, so we actually have a matched pair. Because otherwise, sometimes the guys, if you match a Myrmilon is the Murmillo. He is a guy who is, and it explains it here, right? So I don't get ahead of myself. Murmillo, the fish. This gladiator was very similar to the Sand Knight and fought with a large shield and a gladius as well. The name means kind of fish, and sometimes these fighters adorn their helmets with a crest that resembled the fin of a fish. We've probably
Right.
all seen that on the thing. A Sand Knight is probably the most recognizable of all the gladiators. This gladiator fought with a visor, a plumed helm, a metal greave on his left leg, a large military-style shield. Murmillo, let's see if you got one here. This guy looks like a Murmillo right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at his helmet. You'll see.
Murmillo, okay. Short stabbing sword called a gladius. His name is derived from the Sand Knights, an ancient enemy of early Roman Republic. The Sand Knight is easily to be confused with the Murmillo, although it is believed that after the reign of Augustus, the Sand Knight gave way to the Murmillo. So the Sand Knight would have the fish on his crest, so it's probably Sand Knight. This is a
That's what I
Murmillo, I
was thinking
think.
about playing.
Yeah,
Here's
no.
a short
His
sword.
name in
This doesn't
Ludus
look like a-
Gladiatorius is Rotarius. And that net will trap.
Well, this is a
their
gladius, and this is a gladius. No, that's not a gladius. This is a short. This is like a stabbing spear. That's not a gladius. So I would say this is probably the Murmillo Samite figure right here. And this
Well, that's a
one
long.
too.
That's a long shield. This is a short shield. Not that.
Yeah, but he had a
that's-
fully armored face mask. So it's one of these guys in a way. It might say on here. Let's see if it
I
says on
think
the
it is
thing
this
here.
one probably. Well, that's not a gladius. That's for sure.
And I got these from Rockin' Bee Games for $18.99, which is like we were talking about, like trying to find
You
painted,
get 4 guys.
fully painted.
Yeah, these
5
are really
including
nice.
the lion. Because I wanted
And
an
I make
extra
figures.
lion.
These are really nice. These are nice. And the
These are the
lion looks
lions.
nice and aggressive.
Yeah, very awesome.
Yeah, the lion's nice and
Now,
aggressive.
pretty soon you'll have
Okay.
a pack of them. A pride.
Okay, and then, probably one of the most famous, the Rotarius here. Okay, the Rotarius is the Netman. This gladiator was very distinctive, as he was one of the few that fought with no helmet. He wore a metal arm guard called the Galerius on his left shoulder, and his weapons were the net and trident, a kind of pitchfork. This gladiator was very lightly armed and used his speed to his advantage. And most of the time, say you're a famous gladiator, you would not fight this guy because he would kill you. They were the most successful of the gladiators from some of the reading I've done, and they didn't lose very often because they would go up against, they usually would put this guy against one of these heavily armored Murmillo guys who couldn't see very good, like this,
and he would use that net, drag him to him, and kill him. But they were very good and very fast.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know what all these are, but I'm learning.
But I did like that about the rule set where it had all the history of the guys included in
Yeah.
there. And you really don't see too much about Gladiator history. I guess it's a...
And actually, Arena Games, you still got to come on?
Yeah.
Okay. And Arena Games, when they came out with this, nobody else had Gladiators that did any of this stuff. After these three guys, Mike and James and Scott, did Arena Games, suddenly all the other companies were suddenly making their Gladiator rules and everything like that. And this kind of set off a trend. The game was just so great and easy, and it still found at a lot of conventions being played. It's just a great game. I love it.
Now, I did like the simplicity of the rules as I was reading it. Every Gladiator starts with 10 points right off the bat.
Yep,
And
that's the
then
game
as
starts.
you build your armor, you take -1 off that 10 points to build your initial number.
Your soldier, right? That's the,
Yeah.
that's the number you roll the dice with, which were... You got your sheet, Charles? Okay, this is your
Yeah.
character builder sheet. Okay. So, okay, right, so here.
Which one is that?
This is this sheet here. This is where you build your gladiator.
The front. Okay.
Yeah, because you're gonna do, this is the turns. It's usually, I guess, 10 turns. It tells you the damage you have. Once that's done, that body part's not functioning anymore.
Right.
Stamina and stamina of the man, stamina of the horse or horse damage. Gladiator facings. It shows you your three facings.
Point
naturally.
over here so people can see what
Right.
you're pointing to. But
Okay, naturally your three. You've got your traditional hex facings.
right.
Oh, is that where you need to be?
Yeah, the camera's still on the left.
Okay, so I said this right here.
Okay.
So if you have your hex, okay, so you can read it like this. So this is his front. So this is his front hex, front hex, front hex. So the front 50% is front. Then you have side, side, and rear back here, which is directly away from him. In this game, we try to put, I try to put their face in the direction. Is the front. Okay,
Right.
so that'll be the front right there. The Rotarius guy, that's his front. He's facing that way. Same way with all the guys, whichever direction they're mostly facing.
Yeah.
And you can, when you start the game, if he's kind of halfway, like just let him, hey, this is his front hex.
And if you're not sure, you could always put a tick on the edge of the.
That's right.
the
Okay,
hex.
so tick on here. That's a good idea. And the line, we know which way the line's facing. The
Now, I
flesh
did
in
notice
front
that
of
there
him
is
doesn't
a
starve.
sheet in the rules for the animal movement direction, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So 1, 2, 2 goes to the left, 3, 4 goes straight ahead, and 5 and 6. But I haven't read the.
Yeah. Now the animal section I've never played for. That was a supplement that they did after they did the basic rules, so that's brand new to me too. Okay, so all gladiators start the game naked with a point value of 10. These points count for two things: base initiative, the amount of action points allowed per combat phase, and save value, the number needed for gladiator to protect himself from his opponent's blows. Save points are determined from metal protection that the gladiator figure has, leather arm or leg guard to protect the gladiator in a different way. This will be discussed later. Each gladiator deducts 1 point for every piece of armor that he is wearing to get his base initiative.
Now, also, I noticed that if you do not put armor on an arm, you automatically take 2 hits before the game starts, which I thought was kind of cool because,
Oh, you do?
yeah,
Oh, I
because
didn't notice that.
it's in bold letters on one of the
Oh.
thing, and it's not to
definitely
take
missed that.
damage away, but it's to automatically show that that's a weaker part of the body. So, like, if you have 5 points in an area with armor, you take 2 hits. In an area without armor, you're going to have 3 damage points that you can take on there. And I really thought the begging for mercy mechanic was really cool. Like, if you take out somebody's both of their legs and they can't move, or both their arms and they
Right.
can't swing, they got to beg for mercy, and you have to
Right.
roll a die to see if they
Right.
pass the
Right.
beg
So
for
people
mercy
give them
thing.
the peripheral. They say thumbs up or thumbs down, and
Right.
actually, in reality, they say the thumbs up meant death and the thumbs down was good.
Really?
I thought I read that somewhere one time. I could be wrong. I'm always wrong.
Well, honestly, I thought that was the case because what he was asking the gladiator when he put his sword up, like, what do I do? He was saying
Kill him.
either yes, kill him, or no, spare him.
Yeah.
No,
Very
do not
good.
kill him. And no was down. Yes is up. And if the guy that was on the ground was asking, then it would have been that way.
So just going over the body damage, if the gladiator loses an arm, the gladiator can't use that specific arm. He loses a shield, he loses a save value point. If he has a shield, he loses that save value point, and the figure is marked with a shield lost marker, which I've The game comes with markers, which are here, and I'm going to cut those apart as we go. This is the netting, tangled. If somebody's get tangled in a net, they're prevented from moving, and they've got to try to get out of that, but that's a different thing. Let's stop the video for right now, and we're going to start part 2.